You may be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Ron.
This is a case of Feagin v. Pinkston.
Thank you, sir. Good day, everyone. Good day. Mr. Feagin, you're here to prove that Miss Pinkston is your biological daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim you kept this secret for 40 years, but now say the DNA will prove your case.
That's right, Your Honor.
Miss Pinkston, you stand before me without any doubt that Mr. Feagin is not your biological father, and the man who raised you is.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Miss Pinkston, what upsets you most about Mr. Feagin's claim that you are his biological daughter?
Well, Your Honor, I met Mr. Feagin here when I was 16 years old. I never knew of him, never heard nothing about him. And then all of a sudden one day, my mom decided to take me with her to a friend's house. My mom calls me to the dining room. She goes, "I want you to meet somebody." They get to talking to me, Mr. Feagin, and my mom. Then my mom just says, "Hey, by the way, this is your father."
Who did you think your father was? Did you know your father?
This is my father, Mr. Gus Pinkston. This is who I've known my entire life.
So, and he was married to your mother?
My entire life.
And so you grew up believing this is my father, my biological father?
Yes, ma'am.
And it wasn't until this moment?
This has been my biological father for 43 years. When I was 27 years old, my biological father passed away.
Mr. Feagin, start from the beginning. I want to understand why you believe Miss Pinkston is your biological daughter.
Me and Miss Pinkston's mother had an affair. We worked together at a plant. We got to know each other.
You spent a lot of time together.
A lot of time
because you worked a lot of hours together.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Did you know she was married?
Well, yes, at the time, it was wrong what we did.
How long did the affair last?
5 or 6 months, maybe somewhere. I mean, she came to me before I left the job and told me that she was pregnant.
When she told you, did she say, "And I think you are the father," or you might be?
I was the father. And she told me, "We're going to keep this a secret." Well, then we knew we had to be quiet because she was married.
And they knew it was wrong for what they did to my dad.
She did not want this secret to get out, and you agreed.
I agreed.
She was married.
I agreed.
So you knew that this child would be born into the marriage and that this other gentleman, the man that Miss Pinkston believes is her biological father, would raise Miss Pinkston as his own.
Yes.
Miss Pinkston, as a child, you always thought your mother's husband was your biological father.
That was my father.
No one ever told you anything different.
No, Your Honor. The only reason why this all came out, for the cat to get out the bag, is when I was 16, they told me that Kenny was my father. The only reason why was because my mom thought I was dating one of his family members, and that's why they told me. But needless to say, it was not me, it's my sister that was dating his family member.
Oh, and so they felt like they needed to tell you because you were dating your cousin.
Yes. When they told me about it, that was like the worst day of my life. Because my mom sit down, she goes, "This is your father." I'm like, "No, my dad is at work, so what in the world are you talking about?" And next thing you know, there's tears everywhere. Everybody's crying. It was pretty much the worst day of my life. That was it. It's the worst day of my life.
And you're 16 years old?
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
And I can see it hurts you right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just thinking about it. Did you not want to believe it, or you just...
I didn't believe it.
She, to this day, Your Honor, she does not believe that. That's why I am here.
Did you ever talk to your father, the man you believe is your father?
No, my dad passed away never knowing the secret. From the time I was 16 until I was 27, we never spoke of this subject, ever.
So at 16 years old, you were called upon to keep this secret as well?
Yes.
And you had to. You never spoke a word of it. You all asked a 16-year-old girl to keep a secret like that, Mr.
No,
Feagin?
we did not. I did not ask her to. Her mom insisted that this would stay between us and her when we told her. She was raised by Gus there. And I know how much she loved him. She never would call me her father or...
I never called my father because my father died. So it never felt right to call some other man dad when My dad passed away.
And I understood that, Your Honor. I did. It hurt me that she couldn't. And for all these years, I believed.
Your Honor,
I always thought he had some kind of inkling that I was.
You felt like he knew?
It was just a feeling that in my heart that I felt that he had to know something because I loved this girl so much.
Did you have an occasion to meet her father, the man she believes?
A couple times I met him. Yes.
You did?
Yes.
he used to come out to the house when my dad was alive. And
Mr. Feagin used to come to your house when your dad was alive?
Yeah.
I did. I did, Your Honor. I did.
But
as what? And what were you posing as? A family friend?
Family friend. That's what it was. The secret was still on.
The secret was still on.
Yes.
And so you just come by the house, but you were really coming by to see Miss Pinkston?
Well, I was hopefully that she was there, and so I could see her. But, Your Honor, just over the years, just having something in your heart like that, you could not tell. It hurts, like she said. It hurt
I've
her.
lived with this
It
guilt.
hurt me.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I lived this guilt from 16 to 27, never telling Mr. Pinkston that Mr. Feagin is supposed to be my dad. My dad died not knowing none of this.
Do you regret not telling him?
I do. I felt like if they had enough to tell me about it, how come they didn't just let everything out the bag and everybody sit down and everybody talk about it?
I can't imagine having to get such life-altering news at that point. What did you feel like when you were looking at the man you believed to be your father?
I was daddy's little girl. I had kids, and I still lived home with my mom and dad. I never left my mom and dad's side. When it was time to fix stuff, it was me and my dad. When it's time to go to work, it's me and my dad.
Yes.
And so, Mr. Feagin, you're saying that you basically kept the secret to honor her mother.
Yes.
And her wishes.
Yes.
What was it like for you? I mean, you believe you have a biological child, you've had an affair with a woman, and now you can't even say anything or be acknowledged as a father. How was that for you?
It hurt me, Your Honor, in that sense, and just to see her do the things that a father would do. I missed all that.
So, Miss Pinkston, your mother told Mr. Feagin he is your biological father. So, what is your doubt?
I had one father, and I had one father my whole entire life, and that's Mr. Pinkston. That's my dad. Mr. Pinkston is my dad.
Was he on your birth certificate?
Yes, me and Mr. Feagin, we never.
What is that? Is that your birth certificate?
Yes, ma'am.
Ron, will you hand me that, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Me and Mr. Feagin, we never had that father-daughter relationship ever. It's always been, periodically in my life, out my life, in my life, out my life.
So on this certificate of birth, your father's name is listed as Gus Pinkston Jr.
Correct. That's my father.
We had her believe that, too. We had to. She wanted to keep this a secret, her mom. I could have brought this out, but due to her wishes, being married, which is wrong, we did this, Your Honor, reluctantly. I did. I went through this. I mean, it hurts to this day to hear her call him father.
When my dad passed away, it was probably a few days after he passed away, we was all at my mom's house. And Mr. Feagin, he comes over, and I had my kids there. My kids really didn't know him, but when my dad passed away, he decided to take it upon himself to tell my kids that he's their grandfather.
When you went to speak to the children, had you had a conversation with her first to ask if it's okay?
I figured it was already done, Your Honor, through her.
You thought that there was a level of acceptance. You
thought from her too, telling them that I am her father and I am their grandfather.
But when he told my kids that he's their grandfather, my kids were destroyed.
I always knew that she felt Gus was her father. As bad as I wanted her to feel me, I never got that from her. And actually, to this day, I do not have that from her because she does believe he is her father, which I believe this is, and I know this is my daughter, Your Honor. for the simple fact, it's in my heart, and I know she is.
Before we continue with the testimony, I actually have an independent witness that I'd like to call. She's joining us from her hometown. It's Miss Melissa Pinkston. Can you hear me, Miss Pinkston?
Yes, ma'am.
You are the defendant's sister, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what you know about this huge paternity secret.
Your Honor, honestly, I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, it's been this long. They should have left it alone. I love you, Tanya, but this is something I really didn't want part of. My mom was a good woman. My dad was awesome. If it was a secret, it should have stayed a secret. If you can hold it for 43 years, you should have just left it alone. Now there's family that didn't know. It just hurts.
Did you ever overhear anything?
Yeah, as a young kid, you know, when grown-ups doing grown-up things, and if they're with their friends, and, you know, sometimes people just talk and they think kids are back in the background. But it's not always like that. And I heard it, but I act like I didn't hear it.
What did you hear?
That Kitty was her father.
Who did you hear say that?
My mom and a couple friends. This is something my mom didn't want none of her kids to know. But it took for my dad to pass away, for all these dark secrets to come out that should have stayed in. And I feel, even though he's gone, it's still disrespectful. For my dad, for my mom, it should have been left alone.
And I see this really hurts you, Miss Pinkston.
Yes, Your Honor.
I can see, just listening to your sister speak.
Everybody's gonna find out because we're here. Other than that, no one would ever know. As far as my dad's side of the family, the Pinkstons, no, it's a secret that it's just not coming out.
And so the stakes today are very high.
Yes.
Your Honor, it means a lot because Tanya would be my only surviving child. I lost my son, and they were awful close.
Yes.
They were closer than me and her.
Really?
I was very close to him.
Did you look at him and say, you know, does he look like my brother? Is this really my brother? Or did you just accept him in your life as Mr. Feagin's son and...
I just accepted him in his life. I've loved him. I loved him. Not just I've just lost Mr. Feagin's son, I lost my brother too, here 2 years ago. So now there's no more boys in our family.
My son was crazy about her. He really, that's the closest I ever seen him with anyone that I knew of, his friends or anyone. He loved her. He really did.
And I loved him.
Well, I think the only way we can figure out how to move forward is to get the results. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Oh, Lord,
Ron,
yes.
the envelope, please.
Your Honor.
I know this
Already
is
know.
emotional. If you'd like to take a seat, you're welcome. I know this is a very difficult day.
I already know. In my heart, I know she's mine.
In the case of Feagin versus Pinkston, when it comes to 43-year-old Tanya Pinkston, do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. Mr. Feagin.
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
are not her
Oh,
father.
my God.
Oh, Lord, no.
Oh,
Oh, no. No, no, no. Tanya. Oh, no. Oh, Tanya. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. No.
Are you all right, Tanya?
this is something
I can't believe this.
that need to be known. And
Yes. This
It
is
is. It is. I know this was not the news you wanted, Mr. Feagin.
Oh, no.
I know for you, Miss Pinkston, this has been years. This has been for almost 30 years. You've had to endure this level of confusion.
Tanya, I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
And I hope you understand, Miss Pinkston, that I don't believe they were trying to hurt you by telling you. I think your mother truly believed Mr. Feagin was your biological father.
Lifetime of torture for nothing.
Mr. Feagin, you look absolutely shocked.
I am, because I always believed it.
Where do we go from here?
Together. Stay. I'm so sorry. Wow.
I know the truth does hurt, but I really think from this moment forward, you don't have to live with doubt, uncertainty, confusion. And you know that this man loves you. He has loved you your whole life and believed you were his little girl. And family extends outside of biological territory.
Yes, it does.
And so I hope that you all will continue to be in one another's lives. And please take advantage of the counseling and the resources we have for you. I wish you the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.